Good morning. It's Friday. Kevin is working a half day today because he has graduation tonight for school. So he teaches year 5 in the technical training school, and that's the last year. So there's 2 graduating classes for his school. I think it's a lot of people graduating tonight. I don't think it's just his school. I think it's like a couple schools coming together. So anyhow, he has to be there for that. So he's working a half a day today. He said that once he got something done at the job that he was at, that he would be coming home, which I hope is soon, even though it's only 8 now. Because we've got bad weather that is on its way. We had bad weather. We were supposed to get bad weather yesterday. We were under a tornado watch yesterday. And then it rained off and on, but barely last night. Thundered a lot and then lightninged a little bit, and that was it. But because we were under the tornado watch, I was prepared for the absolute worst, which I feel happens every time I'm under a tornado watch. Anyhow, so today we're under a severe thunderstorm watch, which I heard sometimes is worse than tornado watches. I don't freaking know. But I don't trust the weather. I've been watching what's been going on in Texas and in Oklahoma, and these storms are out of control. If you can't tell, I have bad storm anxiety. My plan for today, you guys just progressively watch my hair get greasier and greasier during the week, but I always wash my hair on Thursday or Friday, so sorry about that. My plan is to wash my hair today because this weekend, tomorrow, I want to do something fun for Mother's Day, but we'll see if the weather works out for that or not. And then other than that, on my list, I don't have much stuff to do. I've got chicken that I pulled out to thaw, but tonight we're having leftovers, but I have to prepare the chicken for tomorrow. I have to put it in buttermilk before I go to bed tonight and then let it sit in the buttermilk overnight. So that's on my list of things to do. Wash my hair, possibly wash towels. We're down to one last clean kitchen towel. So yeah, kitchen towels need to be washed. I'm probably gonna go start that actually right now. And then, yeah, that's it. Just got a lightning alert. All right, so I got my shower and obviously washed and did my hair. I'm waiting for it to kind of cool and then I'll pin everything back. But the worst of the storm has passed. It freaked me out because I got a notification on my watch, a government alert, and it was saying to prepare for an insanely bad storm. It was saying that we were about to get destructive in all bold letters, 80-mile-per-hour winds, and that it was about to be super, super bad. So I collected some stuff, threw it in Kevin's closet, and Luke and I hung out in the living room until the wind started kicking up. And then we moved into Kevin's closet and we just played in there for probably 40-ish minutes until the worst of it had passed. I was checking radar the whole time, but I was hoping that I wasn't going to, I look naked, I'm not. I was hoping that I wasn't going to lose electricity, because if I lost electricity, that meant I lost Wi-Fi and I lost all connection with the outside world. So anyhow, I didn't end up losing electricity. Kevin just texted me and said that he's on his way home, but it's not even raining anymore. The skies are starting blue, starting to peek through. So I'm but anyhow, I put Luca down for his nap right as everything was wrapping up. So he went down a tad later than his little app said that he should. So he may sleep a little bit longer. He may not. I'm not really sure. He didn't really fall asleep right away. So who knows? But I'm glad that we didn't get crazy hail. I'm glad that that it wasn't as bad as the notification on my watch was preparing me for. So anyhow, glad that's over with. Now I need to go throw the towels in the dryer, but other than that, really I have nothing on my list to do today. my main thing was to get my hair washed, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna get that done like during Luca's first nap, depending on how the weather was, or if it was going to have to be during his second nap. But I'm glad that I got it done during his first nap, because now that means that I can just kind of chill and relax for the rest of the day and not have to worry about it, which is exciting. We're gonna have leftovers tonight for dinner. I think so. I mentioned that Kevin has to go to a graduation. I think that they're feeding Kevin at the graduation. I think they usually do dinner, I think. So I really don't have to worry about feeding him, but he does have soup left over if he wants soup. Wait for Kevin to come home and relax the rest of the day. Wow, I look crazy. Good morning. It is Saturday morning now, and I'm making my coffee. I forgot to put our chicken in buttermilk last night. I got into bed, I was exhausted, and got comfy, fell asleep. So I'm doing it this morning so it can just sit all day, which is still fine because it says that it needs to sit for at least 30 minutes. So I think we're good. Instead of buying liquid buttermilk, I was like, I don't use buttermilk ever. So I got some shelf stable buttermilk, and I'm going to see how it works. So I'm gonna mix up some buttermilk and then put my chicken in it to sit for the rest of the day. Tonight I'm making the baked queso chicken. So I'm excited about that. It looks good. So yeah, I'm really not sure what we're doing today. I wanted to go to this farm. Let me grab my coffee. So I wanted to go to this farm that's having like a Mother's Day. But yesterday, I'm not really sure what I vlogged yesterday. But anyhow, Luca took almost a 3-hour first nap. It was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Something kind of crazy. So if he does that again today, then he took an hour second nap. And last night he slept flawlessly. So not really sure what's going on there. But if he does do that again today, the farm is only going from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we still may be able to get out there and like enjoy it, just not for much time. But I feel like that's about how it goes when you have a toddler anyhow, a toddler his age at least, that can't really like walk around and like do much stuff yet. So we'll just see how his first nap goes. Kevin has an errand to run this morning, so I think he's getting ready to do that. I'm so pissed that last night I got comfy in bed and completely forgot about the Aurora Borealis, because I know we would have been able to see it here. So missed out on that. Once in a lifetime kind of chance to see that, and definitely missed that, but it's okay. So I'm gonna drink my coffee and make this buttermilk. Luca is up from his nap. We've all had lunch and now we are headed out to the farm. So I'm excited. He didn't take a very long first nap, so anyhow, by the time we get to the farm, we'll have about an hour and a half before they shut down for the day. So not bad. And then we did bring his tricycle just in case he's in a good mood. We can do our grocery shopping today. We have that as an option. Look at this little yee baby. Those boots look huge. That's better. farm. Should have took into consideration the like solar storm that happened last night. The sun is brutal today. So anyhow, we rode the tractor ride thing and then walked down the main little area. But now we're heading to the produce man and then possibly grocery shopping. So, all right, just went to the produce man, and because we went afternoonish, a lot of his stuff was already gone, but I asked them what time they get there and they said 9 a.m. I got 4 bell peppers, a cucumber, and an onion for $2. His stuff looked farmed. His stuff did not look like we got. So I'm very excited. It's literally in walking distance of our house, which I did not realize. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I would actually walk there. We don't have sidewalks here, so I don't know. If we ever got like a side-by-side or a golf cart, I would probably drive that there. But anyhow, super exciting. So yeah, I was shocked when she said $2. I was like, shut up and take my money. Give me my produce. So anyhow, they had a lot of stuff that was actually on my grocery list, but since we went to the farm, they sold out of a lot of their other stuff. So a lot of people use them, which is exciting because like support your local farmer. But anyhow, we are here at the house. Kevin's opening the gates, and then I'm gonna put Luca down for a nap because it's his nap time, and then Kevin's gonna go do our grocery shopping. Also, good news-ish, I guess. They're forecasting that the northern lights are gonna happen again tonight, so I may be able to see them tonight, which is exciting. We're in a very rural country area, so there shouldn't be a lot of other like lights competing with it. I don't know if that's something that matters or not. I know like when you're trying to view the stars, you need to like go out to an area that doesn't have a lot of light pollution. So anyhow, we're in one of those areas, so we should just be able to step out our front porch and see. So I'm excited about that. Luke is down for his second nap. Kevin's on his way home with the groceries. We're gonna put him away, and then I think we're just gonna chill for the rest of the day. I'm gonna make dinner in a little bit, and other than that, that's kind of it. That was our Saturday. Tomorrow I've got a lot of baking I want to get done. Not a lot, but I have a few things I want to bake. So anyhow, just did a really quick air fryer green bean recipe that I found online. I'll have to let you know if I like it. I didn't have it printed out, so I used my phone to look it up, so that's why I didn't film myself doing it. But essentially it's just fresh green beans with olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder tossed, and then I'm gonna air fry it. So they're going in now. Mine.
You want your water? Everything?
Yeah, Sprite.
Yeah. Do you want one?
And Kevin's. Yeah, I'll take one. So Kevin's is with cauliflower rice. Mine's with regular rice. I already had a bite of mine, and it is pretty good. Luca's having leftovers. He already ate all of his grapes, but he's having the meatballs and zucchini because this is quite spicy. I'm not even sure what I last filmed last night. I think it might have been dinner. But we tried to see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights last night, and it, I guess, did not come this south, so we missed out. But anyhow, I was so tired last night. I fell asleep with my makeup on. I passed out. I was watching The Circle. trying to stay awake to like, because we went out at like 9 and Kevin was like, maybe it's just too early. And I was like, okay, I'll go back out at like 10:30. Well, then I fell asleep when we came back in from 9. And then he woke up at like 10:30 and was like, should we go look? And I was like, I almost don't want to. But then we did, but we saw nothing. I did see the Starlink satellites, so I guess that was kind of cool, but that was it. So anyhow, it's Mother's Day. It is Sunday, and we have no plans today, just kind of chill, relax. I mean, I have some plans. I want to cook and bake and stuff like that for the week, but other than that, nothing. Overall, making that puff pastry was kind of not as straightforward as they made it sound. So anyhow, I'm interested to see how it turns out. It's now chilling in the fridge for 2 hours, but I do think that I need to get a wooden rolling pin because the marble one does not work well. And I needed to lightly flour my surface every time I kneaded my dough because I was kneading it, but I wasn't reflouring where I was kneading it, so it was just sticking. So I feel like my KitchenAid mixer did good, but now we let it chill and then come back and do the filling in about 2-ish hours. So now I'm gonna clean all this up. Kevin's French toast muffins are done. These are keto, so I was letting them cool while I was working on Luca's stuff, so I'm gonna pop them out and put them in their little containers and finish batch making his breakfast for the week. So I was kind of watching the cinnamon rolls very carefully because it's my first time making puff pastry, so I felt like mine was a little messed up, but honestly it looks really good. So I'm letting them cool, and then I'll probably test one of the big thick boys out, make sure that everything is good, and then I'll pop them in the fridge because those are gonna be, well, most of them are gonna be for Luca, and then it actually made a lot, so I'll be able to have some too, which is exciting. But I'm about to work on making his smoothie pouches for the week. So I did apples and strawberries this week, and I'm trying to figure out if adding an avocado to it is weird or if it would be good. I think it would be good. Like, I think it would be fine. I don't think it would be weird, so we'll see. I'm thinking about it. apple, avocado, strawberry. Avocado doesn't really have like a flavor, it's just creamy. So I'm thinking it would be okay. I've had cinnamon rolls, like homemade cinnamon rolls before. Not good. These, so buttery, so flaky. It's like croissant bread. Tear off a piece.
Really good.
So good. So tonight for dinner, we are having our sushi bowls because it's Mother's Day and I love sushi. So I'm about to go make the breaded shrimp again, possibly make some more bang bang sauce. I'm not really sure how much we have left, so I need to look at that. But we may have enough to just make, or just to use for 2 bowls. So I may not have to, which would be nice. And then I'll get that out of the fridge. And then we've got ripe avocado and fresh cucumber from our farmer friend. Adding more weather stripping to the door because one that our Bob the Builder put up, Bob the Builder put up doesn't actually even touch the door, so I think that's how the scorpions are getting in. That's better than it was. There was a huge like sun gap that you could see. So the gap on this door is kind of incredible how the builder left it. And was like, oh, let's just throw weather stripping up. And then the weather stripping didn't actually close the gap. So, anyhow, what the heck? Our yard has been taken over by chickens. I guess our neighbor let her chickens out and they want to come over and play in our dirt. They're just hanging out. Not many mornings you get to watch me make the coffee creamer and then also try it the same morning, but this morning coffee creamer went bad. So this one is cookie butter coffee creamer. It made a half of a mason jar, which I thought about doubling it, but I have stuff in the fridge to make more of it. So if I do end up liking it, and go through this relatively quick, then I can make more. So that's always good. But it smells delicious. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass with having to make it in the blender because that's a pain in the ass to clean. But there's a stovetop way to make it, and I may make it that way next time. Ooh, except for there could be a possibility that I could burn off the vanilla extract. Oh, but then you still have to use an electric mixer. Yeah, so blender it is. All right. It tastes very similar to my brown sugar one that I make. But again, I'm having an issue like tasting the flavors of the cookie butter. It's good, but the cinnamon is very overpowering in it. I didn't add the honey because it said 3 tablespoons of honey or any sweetener. And I'm like, for what? The cookie butter, the cinnamon, the vanilla extract, the sweetened condensed milk is all sweet. So what am I trying to sweeten up? So I didn't add the honey, but I did do everything else. It's good, but it's very similar to my cinnamon roll one.
Maybe you should add the honey.
No, because I feel like then it would give it that floral taste.
I don't think it's that intense of a floral taste that's going to overpower the cinnamon.
But I feel like the cinnamon is what's overpowering everything.
Yeah, but
Maybe
the honey,
cut back on the cinnamon because it called for
made,
2 teaspoons of cinnamon.
It may
Which seemed
sweeten
like a
it
lot.
so it's not as cinnamon.
And I'm hoping it's not going to get a cinnamon snot glob at the bottom, but we'll find out. So I'm thinking I was going to take the cookie butter and put it up. I'm thinking if I do make this again, like when I get done with this little batch that I made, that I may just do like the cookie butter milk and the sweetened condensed milk and try it that way. Maybe a little bit of vanilla extract, leave it at that, and leave out the cinnamon because the cinnamon's just giving it too much of a cinnamon roll. Kevin went to work. He left again today. He didn't have to be there till noon, but he has a little bit of travel time, so he left around 10. I'm thinking today is going to be possibly the last day that he's going to be starting around noon. So hopefully, well, I mean, I guess it depends on what time he gets home today. So I've just been getting stuff done. Change the sheets on our bed. I've done kitchen towels, bathroom towels, washed, dried, put them away. Right now, our sheets, our comforter, and our blankets for the room in here are in the washer, but I still have to wash the blanket that's on the cat's couch. That's what I call this couch next to our bed. And then that laundry will be done for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to tackle the couch that's out in the living room and get that cleaned and taken care of. I also went ahead and we had 2 heads of broccoli and 1 head of cauliflower, and I went ahead and chopped all of that up, and I was able to get the cauliflower chopped up and vacuum sealed before Kevin left, but then it was time for Luca to go down for his nap, and Kevin had to leave. So, once Luca went down for his nap, I chopped up the 2 heads of broccoli, put them in vacuum seal bags, and then once Luca wakes up, I'll vacuum seal them. Just because I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be making the recipes that I have for those this week, and I want them to stay as fresh as they can. And I've just noticed that, at least with the broccoli, I haven't tried to vacuum seal the cauliflower yet and see how long it lasts and if it stays fresh, but I assume cauliflower and broccoli is like the same thing, essentially. So I assume it's going to help the cauliflower too. Not wilt, not turn gross quick. So, yeah, I'm going to have those vacuum sealed here soon once Luca wakes up, but hopefully he has like another hour that he'll take a nap. I like when he takes longer first naps and then a shorter second nap. Anyhow, I don't know if I mentioned, but the storms that came through yesterday weren't bad. And then today I woke up, we were under a tornado watch, and it already expired. They already canceled it because the storm essentially like broke up and went around this area, which is kind of weird, but like I'm here for it because my storm anxiety is through the roof lately. So I think they're calling for rain tomorrow, but I'm hoping that it's gonna do what it did today because we haven't even gotten any rain today. Because I want to go venture out tomorrow. Alicia's gonna come into town. Alicia's gonna come over, and if the weather holds out, I'd like to venture out to like Ross and TJ Maxx, maybe even Goodwill tomorrow. I want to get like a doormat for like an inside doormat for our laundry room because Kevin's starting to use our side door more. He's parking his truck over there and then coming in and out of that door a little bit more. So I want to get something to kind of collect outside dirt. And then our big knobby thing that's on the front porch, our big knobby mat that's on the front porch, I want to get one of those for our side door for the outside because we have a little piece of concrete there to like step on before you come into the house, but there's nothing there to like wipe your feet off or like bang the dirt off. So I want to get one of those for over there, but that's on Amazon. But I'm thinking the inside one I'll probably be able to get from like Ross or TJ Maxx. So yeah, I need to update I've been keeping like a little list on my phone of like things that I want to thrift, and I need to update that because I've thought of some more things I want to add to it, and one of them is a wooden rolling pin because the rolling pin that I have now, I got probably 7 or 8 years ago. I really don't ever use it, and I got it just to like aesthetically sit in my kitchen back in the day. That is exactly what it was made for, aesthetics. It's not a good rolling pin. It's a marble rolling pin, and all of the dough just sticks to it. No matter how much you try to like flour it, the dough just sticks to it. So I need a nice wooden one. I'm also kind of on the hunt for maybe a Dutch oven. My neighbor said that she has one that I can borrow because she gave me a new bread recipe that I want to try out here in the next few weeks. I still have 3 loaves of bread in the freezer, so it's going to be a little while before I make it, but the first time that I make her bread recipe, I want to try to just make it how I make mine, which is just like plopped out on a cookie sheet, and see how it works that way. And then because her recipe that she sent me does call for a Dutch oven, but I've seen people say you don't actually need them. And I'm not really like a crusty bread girl, and I think the Dutch oven makes it crusty. So, anywho, we'll see. If you know anything about bread and you know what the Dutch oven does, if it makes it more soft or more crusty, let me know. Yeah, this week is just kind of like nothing exciting really going on. Friday we have an MRI. I'm hoping that it's going to be a fast track MRI like all the other ones that we've had, where we haven't had to wait very long to get taken back and for it to be done, because the last one that we went and did was like an hour and a half wait because there was an emergency that morning, and it pushed everyone's back quite a bit, but they didn't tell anybody till after we got there, and people were just like piling up in the waiting room, and it was a little stressful because Luca had to skip his first nap, and then he was coming up on a second nap. He also was like coming up on lunch, and we just weren't prepared to be there for that long. So I'm just cranking out laundry. Tonight I'm making meatloaf, a new meatloaf recipe. It is just like stuffed with a different kind of cheese. It's cheddar cheese stuffed and then bacon wrapped. So I'm not sure what side I'm gonna make with it yet, but that's my plan. Our lake has come back from yesterday's rain. Kevin thinks that because he moved all the dirt around that it will eventually drain, but I'm kind of interested to see how long it takes for it to go away. It goes all the way in front of my car. Anyhow, I guess we'll see how long this is going to take to go away, but the frogs are absolutely loving it, man. They're just out there croaking away. All right, so Luca is up from his first nap, and while he was napping, I was looking online because there was a sale at Publix for avocados. So I had Kevin pick up 5 avocados. We made sushi bowls the other day that took avocado. Luca's little pouches that I made, I added an avocado to that, but there was a coupon for $2 off 5 avocados. So I was like, let me get some free avocados, essentially, because avocados are $1. So if we bought 5, we would get 2 free. So anyhow, I had him pick up 5. Well, now I have 3 avocados, and all the avocados he picked up were, except this one, pretty ripe. So I saw online, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I figured we would try it because we don't go through avocado super quickly here in this house. It's kind of a new thing that we're dabbling in. So these are going to go bad before I can use them, but I saw something online that said you could half an avocado, take the pit out, and then once the water is boiling on your stove, you drop the avocado in for 10 seconds, then remove it. You then take the avocado out of the skin and then put it on a tray and freeze it, then vacuum seal it, and then as you need it, take it out to use. So I think what I'm gonna try to do, since I have my vacuum sealer out, I've got my 2 bags of broccoli here that I've chopped up that I need to vacuum seal for the fridge. I also think I'm going to look at making maybe a half batch of the Yum Yum Bang Bang sauce, because we also have more shrimp that's in the fridge that we need to eat, and we have nothing to top it with. So I think I'm gonna do that also, and then that way I can make Kevin's lunch for tomorrow, which I'll make him Bang Bang shrimp wraps, because we have everything except cucumber. I should have got 2 cucumbers, but I really thought 1 was gonna be enough. So we have everything except cucumber. All right, Luca's food is made. He's having lunch now. He's got mac and cheese with broccoli and meatballs and strawberries. Kevin's lunch for tomorrow has been put together. I did shrimp, crab, avocado, bang bang sauce on lettuce wraps for him. In mine today, I have avocado, the rest of the cucumber, rice, and shrimp. I've got a huge mess to clean up, but I think I'm going to possibly try to look up something to do with my avocado pits, because I think you can like put them in water and do something with them. I don't know, I'll have to tell you in a second what happened with my other stuff. All right, welcome to lunchtime with Gabby. Let's chat about what happened to my stuff that was on the windowsill. So I was changing the water daily, but then I noticed that some like fuzz, some mold popped up on my plants, and I was like, that's not right. So I like cleaned them off, popped off the like diseased pieces, put it back in fresh water, and then they just kept progressively getting worse. So I had to throw them away, and I'm gonna have to start over with them, which I have some celery in the fridge that I should go ahead and start over with today before it gets too far. But basically, I didn't realize that you also have to wash the glasses like all the time. So if I do it again, I'll be doing that. I want to look up the avocado pit thing. I know you can like float them on water and pop some roots. So that kind of intrigues me. And that's it. That's my update. So it says to get roots out of them, to add toothpicks into them, tip up. Oh, broke my toothpick. Maybe okay. These are a little harder than I was expecting. So even though I have 3 of them, I think I'm just gonna do 2. So here's 1. And let's see what we can get from these dudes. All right, so here's what we have. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening with them. I've got a bunch of dishes to do. Luca is wrapping up with his lunch. All right, our bacon wrapped meatloaf is done. I made an easy side because Luca is not having it tonight. So I just did steamed like spinach, creamed spinach. So we're about to have dinner, and then we're gonna do some playtime and then bedtime. It's already 5:30. This dude came over and stole my pot from my dishwasher. So now it's chilling underneath his walker. But anyhow, I don't think I hopped on here to tell you guys that meatloaf is probably one of my top 2 favorite meatloafs that I've made so far. It was delicious. So Luca has been bathed, he's down for bed. He's very close to falling asleep. We've got a second round of storms coming through in about an hour, so I'm not looking forward to that because they said that some of it could be intense, but I mean, they also said this morning we were under tornado watch and nothing happened, so let's hope that momentum keeps going of nothing happening. So anyhow, I've got clean sheets, and the cat's couch has now been washed and new blankets have been put on. The old blankets have been dried and put away. Tomorrow, Alicia's coming over. I have a couple like house things to tackle in the morning, probably before she gets here. And then depending on the weather tomorrow, I think it's going to be like a 50-50. Who knows if we're going to actually like make it out, or if the weather will hold out and we'll actually get to leave, or if we'll just stay here all day tomorrow. But kind of hoping the weather holds out, because it would be nice to leave the house for a little bit tomorrow. Anyhow, no clue what time Kevin's gonna get off tonight. So, yep. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Yes. And we're up. It's like 7:20. Luca woke up a little early this morning. Side note, I think that this is forming a snot glob at the bottom. So I'm thinking that it is the cinnamon and the sweetened condensed milk that makes the snot glob together. So anyhow, I want to make this again, but I want to make it without the cinnamon and see what I think. So this didn't make too much, so I'm thinking it's only gonna last me a couple more days. There's probably maybe 2 or 3 more cups of coffee equivalent to creamer in here. I want to make sure that I put enough, because do a little bit more. Anyhow, I want to make it again without the cinnamon and see what I think, because the cookie butter is delicious, but I don't really get to taste the cookie butter. It just tastes like cinnamon. Alicia is coming over today. So we were supposed to get storms. They were predicting storms last night around midnight. Then they moved that prediction to 4 a.m. Well, Kevin actually got home at a decent time last night. I think he got home around like 9 or 9:30. So he was able to have the meatloaf for dinner, and then he came and got into bed, and we talked for a little bit. Both went to sleep, and then where was I getting to with this? This is the story of my life. Me starting a story and not knowing where I was going with it. Anyhow, so he got home at a decent time last night. I guess the machine thing turned on and worked, so they didn't have huge issues they had to fix. So tonight we're having air stuffed. Nico. Tonight we're having air fried stuffed peppers, but keto. Oh, I know where I was going with the storm situation. So Kevin had to work in Palatka today. So he had to wake up really early, and when his alarm went off, I was like, oh, let me check the weather to see like when the storm is supposed to hit. Well, the storm just like completely almost dissipated. There was like a little line, but it was like Central Florida. So they updated today's outlook, and now it looks like we're not supposed to get rain at all today. So that's exciting, because I wanted to go venture out. So let's see if Kevin remembered to leave the gates open. Yeah. So Alicia said she's gonna get here early-ish. God. His walker, man, sucks your toes under and then jams them into the wheels. Anyhow, there's just a few things that I want to look for at like TJ Maxx, Ross, which would be like a mat for the back side door, possibly a new rug for in front of the double doors that's not Halloween. And then that's kind of it. Whatever else I find, maybe. So Like I said, Alicia said she's going to try to get here early, but I don't really know what that means. She didn't give me time. And I texted her already this morning. She didn't text back, so she's definitely not awake right now. But, oh, has anybody else been having super weird dreams? Like super not normal for you. They're not nightmares, but they could be nightmares. Like they're not happy dreams. Like this morning, Kevin loaded the trash up around the house, took it with him to drop off at the dump. And in my dream, I always have these dreams after Kevin leaves usually. So it's like from the time Kevin leaves to the time Luca wakes up, which is about an hour and a half maybe. And these dreams are so intense and vivid and just like stressful. They're stressful. They're not nightmares, but they're stressful. So my dream was that I woke up this morning and that Tara was chasing a huge butterfly in the house. And I was like, that's weird. How did a butterfly get in the house? Maybe Kevin let it in while he was like taking the trash out. So then I get up to walk to Luca's room and I look over and the sliding glass door is open. And I'm like, fuck. I look, all the cats are inside the house and I'm like, okay, cool. They didn't leave, which is weird because normally they would walk out an open door. And then I go over to try to shut it and it won't shut because like the frame of the sliding glass door is like shifted and like broken essentially. And then my brain kind of got foggy after that and I don't really remember too much what happened then. I know some like weird stuff that didn't really make sense happened, but yeah, it's not a great dream. Anyhow, I'm gonna go back to drinking my coffee, then I'm gonna make him breakfast, play with him. When he goes down for a nap, I'm gonna take a shower, get ready. So yeah. So I've started the big couch laundry while Luca's eating breakfast and I vacuumed the house and everything. I've still yet to eat breakfast, but I usually don't eat breakfast until he goes down for his first nap. Just because I kind of take advantage of him being chill in his high chair. But that turned on me real quick. So as I was just running around, I was updating our acrylic calendar on our fridge and I was like, you know what? I did not link that in like my kitchen favorites. So I went ahead and just found it and linked it on the kit website, which all the links are down below. So if you're interested in the acrylic calendars that I have that are on our fridge, then you can check them out there. But what I've been really using them for now is I've been writing every night, like what I've been cooking. And then that way I know like how old leftovers are in our fridge. So that's been really helpful. And then I've also been able to look back and see like what I've cooked on what night. And I've been trying to update like what I'm cooking 2 days out. So then if Kevin is like, well, what are we having to eat tonight or whatever, he can go look at the calendar and see. So far I've got up to Thursday updated for food. And then obviously I just have like our random stuff on it that we have, but you can't beat the price for the ones that I found. They're like the cheapest ones and it's a 2-pack. So it's the calendar and the clear like notes page too. So anyhow, those are linked below if you guys are interested, but I think Luca is done with breakfast. So Alicia and I went out gallivanting the next town over. And, oh, I forgot you were air frying something.
Yes.
And, we went to a thrift store that I thought was a good thrift store. It was like a sister thrift store of another thrift store I've been to, and it was nothing like the OG. So we're gonna have to travel a little further and go to the OG and see if it's still the same or if they've completely changed like how they run or whatever. But Luca got a little thing from Ross. It was the Fisher Price recycle truck. Came with a little dude and came with some, yeah, he's made his way over here. What?
When did he start moving so
So it came with, oh, he put his little recycle. So it came with like 3 little recycling things. This has like milk jug and plastics. But this is the truck. Real cute. Makes a lot of noises. 1, 2, 3, crush. Came with a little recycling dude. And was $11.99. Which, like, you can't even buy stuff on Amazon that cheap that's Fisher Price. So, very excited about that. So he was over here playing with that and then decided to come over and, what's in your mouth? Anyhow, Alicia and I got in the parking lot. So we went to like Ross and TJ Maxx, and then there was like a cookie place in the parking lot, and we were like, hell yeah, we'll get some cookies before we head back to the house. So we parked like in front of the cookie place, and we were like, we'll do our shopping and then we'll hit up the cookie place and then head out. So we did our shopping, got a few things. I got a salad spinner, I got Lucas toy, and then I got some containers. And I start walking towards the cookie place, and I realized that like their times that they open and close have been like taken off the door, and I was like, oh no. And then I realized there was a lockbox on the door, and I was like, oh no. So then we realized that they had permanently closed. So we had been for like the hour that we were shopping, really looking forward to cookies. So we're about to make some cookies. So we are gonna print out some, I think we're gonna do some chocolate chip cookies. Pale and dry. Yeah. I think we did it perfectly. Yay. Alicia and I have decided that every week when we get together, we're gonna make a new cookie recipe and just try to find like the best cookie recipe. So this week, like the best homemade cookie recipe. So this week we did homemade chocolate chip cookies, and they're over here cooling. So we're about to give them a try and see what we think. Very excited because I love a good chocolate chip cookie. I love a good cookie, period. Excited. Are we ready?
Try the cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been 30 minutes. They're definitely soft. Yeah. Wow.
Really good. That's a keeper recipe.
These remind me of the Great American Cookies. They're like kind of,
Get out of here.
they're kind of like harder around the edges, but like super soft in the center. Wow. A plus. Hit the cookie spot.
Yeah, I did.
Good morning. It is Thursday. I feel like this week is just absolutely flying by. Like, I'm kind of shocked. So, yesterday was a blur. I wanted to like take you guys thrifting and shopping with us, but the one thrift store that we went to, I think is like a local one, so I didn't want to show where that was. A local-ish one to me. But it wasn't good. And then After that, we went to Ross and TJ Maxx, but like didn't really find much of anything. And I was hip carrying Luca, so I didn't really have like an extra hand to vlog and carry him and shop. But we came back, we made the cookies, which you guys saw that. The cookies are delicious. And then I made air fried stuffed peppers last night. Super simple. I forgot to take a video of them. I forgot to do anything, but I did get a photo of one of them. So I posted that to my Instagram page with the recipe for them. Super simple, and I think they're very good. But I think next time, excuse me, Nico. I think next time I may do like a Cajun filling, but I've never really had stuffed peppers that was like the perfect cooked consistency, and in the air fryer they were. So just made the filling, air fried them for 10 minutes, stuffed them with the filling, air fried them for another 10 minutes, and they were done. So super simple. Luca loved them. I think he ate like half a pepper by himself. Just running around down here. So today my mom comes over. My grandma has been sick for like 2 weeks, so she hasn't been able to come back out since Luca's party, which sucks. Let me grab my coffee. But we're hoping that she's going to get better soon so she can come back out. My mom and I are trying to get together weekly, but last week just didn't work out with both of our schedules. So this will be the third time she's come to our house. But we're just gonna have sandwiches for lunch and hang out, watch some Bridgerton. Bridgerton season 3 comes out, so I'm gonna start that tonight, but my mom is on season 1, so it'll be like a little back and forth for me, but I plan to finish season 3 of Bridgerton in like probably, well, I was gonna say it kind of sucks. I mean, it's strategic that they put it out on a Thursday because then people will probably binge it over the weekend, but like I only really watch TV. Well, I only watch TV at night, and then sometimes during Luca's naps if I have nothing to do, like if I get all my stuff done. But yeah, it'll probably take me like half a week or so. Well, I don't even know how long the episodes are. I don't know. But anyhow, I'll get it done. So yeah, yesterday was a blur. It was a good day, but I didn't film a lot, so I'm sorry about that. Today is probably gonna be another day that I don't film a lot just because my mom's here and I've got kind of a lot of stuff to do before she gets here to get the house cleaned up a little bit more. And I have to wash my hair today because tomorrow we have Luca's MRI. Got in the shower, washed my hair, styled my bangs, and that's as far as I got for styling my hair because that's all I'm doing. But I was just looking out front. My mom should be pulling up like any minute now. Luca should also be waking up from his nap really soon. But I was looking at our lake thing and it's getting smaller for sure. But I don't know if it's evaporating or if it's going into the ground. I'm almost thinking it's just evaporating because I feel like our ground just like doesn't suck water. It just kind of sits on top. Oh, there's my mom.